Hey, shalom, shalom. Before I get started with this live lesson, I'd like to give all praise and glory to our power, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rachah Kodash. Once again, double honors to the apostles, elder bishops of Great Millstone that taught me the truth, that rule well. Peace and salutation to the whole 144 elect. This is your brother Kawas coming to you with another lesson in this truth to the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. I pray that it will be edifying to the point. It is titled the White Plague. The two most important things you'll ever know as a Hebrew Israelite in this knowledge, in this truth, is the name of our power, which is Yahweh, and the name of his son, which is Yahweh Shai. Esau Edom, E-S-A-U. Esau Edom is the so-called white man. He's not white, but he's red. He's our red, sinister Hebrew big brother enemy, Esau Edom, rear Jacob of the Bible. You got that good. So my preface precept will be in the book of Ecclesiastes, the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8, excuse me, Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11 through 13. Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11 through 13 as my preface precept. And it reads, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. 12th verse, Ecclesiastes 8. Though a sinner do evil 100 times, and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear Yahweh, which fear before him. Last but not least, as my preface precept, Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 13. But it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days, which are as a shadow, because he feareth not before Yahweh. Fair use, fair use, fair use, Copyright Act of 1976. Fair use, Copyright Act of 1976.
You want me to say something? You want me to say something? Fine. I'll say something. You people, you're not a race. You are a virus. You destroy the world. Everything beautiful you poison. You drag us from our homes. You rape our daughters, murder our sons. You crack our spines and do all you can to break our will. You stab us. Then you put the knife in our hand and tell us it's our fault. And if you don't do it yourself, you stand by, close your eyes, and pretend there's nothing wrong. And then you pray to your God to silence our screams so that you can enjoy the happiness that we built for you with our blood. But it's not your fault. It's the only way you know how to be. And the only thing that will change anything is if another virus comes along and does to you what you do to us. And I hope that happens very soon.
This is the book of Micah, chapter 7, verses Micah chapter 7, verse 2 through 4. Micah chapter 7, verse 2 through 4. The good man is perished out of the earth. The good men are the Israelites. We have been perished out of the earth, where we don't have any power. We don't have a seat at the United Nations. There's no ones at the United Nations World Economic Forum meetings, these G20 summits of all the leaders of the world. You don't see anybody there representing the Israelites. So the good man, the Israelite man, is perished from out of the earth, and there is none upright among men. All these small hats, aka fake JEWs, these Gargamels, those wide nose, those gutter rats, these Edomites, these pale males, Ishmael, Amalek, Moab, Ammon. There are no upright men among them. The billionaire banking families, the Rothschilds, the DuPonts, the Bilderbergs. And there is none upright among men. They all lie in wait for blood. Esau, Edom, a so-called white man, loves blood. Let's get that real quick. Blood shall pursue thee. I'm going to come back to that. Right. Micah chapter 7, verse 2 led me to Ezekiel 35 and 6. Therefore, always find out what is therefore, as I live, says, this is not me speaking, this is the Lord Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai speaking. Therefore, as I live, says the Lord Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai power, I will prepare thee unto blood, Esau, Edom, Ammon, Moab, Ishmael, Amalek, but definitely Esau, Edom, the pale male, and you fake JEWs. I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Why will blood pursue thee? Since you has not hated blood. This damn devil loves blood. You ever see a white boxer or a white MMA fighter? He be leaking everywhere, blood everywhere. Let's go, motherfucker. Excuse my French. Let's go, you bastard. Let's go. Nigga, your eyes hanging out. Your tongue is ripped. You know what I'm saying? You bleeding everywhere. Let's go, motherfucker. That's Esau. Since you have not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. That was Ezekiel 35 and 6. Let's go back to Micah 7 and 2. The good man is perished out of the earth, the Israelites, and there is none upright among men, among these other nations of men. They all lie in wait for blood, especially the Edomites and the Amalekites, the fake JEWs. They hunt every man his brother with a net. In the modern day, net is his legislation, his laws. Let me get that. Damn, I ain't brought this out in a minute. I think that's Isaiah 58. Never brought that out in a minute. I believe that's Isaiah 58. Excuse me. No. Damn, what is that scripture? Bear with me as well. Damn, what is that, Kawas? Bear with me. Damn, I haven't brought this out in a minute. Slaki law. Damn. Grievances they subscribe. Grievousness. Grievous. That they subscribe. I haven't brought this out in a minute. I need to bring this out so I can remember where it is because I'm bugging on this one. Isaiah, no, it's not Isaiah 44. No, it's how do you word that? Salaki is wrong. I'm going to come back to that. Damn, it's the way you pronounce it. But anyway, unlawful decrees. Let me type that in real quick. Unlawful decrees. I need to bring this out. Decrees so I can remember where it is because I'm tripping with this. Isaiah 10. Ding, 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 ding. What did he go, George? Okay, Isaiah 10. Damn, I knew it was Isaiah, but I was tripping. Isaiah 10. Here it is. I got it. I got it. Isaiah 10 is what I want. Okay. Where was I? Micah 7 and 2 led me to where it says, Micah 7 and 2, where the second half, where it says, they hunt every man his brother with the net. And the modern day net is his legislation, his statutes, his degree, his laws that he write. Let's get it. Isaiah 10 and 1. Woe means destruction unto them that decree unrighteous decrees. That big beautiful bill DJT is coming with in 2026 is an unrighteous decree. Having ICE coming down with great wrath is an unrighteous decree that they can have their face covered, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed. Those are their laws, their legislation. And right grievous, what they write is grievousness. That's why the pen is mightier than the shovel. This is why they write these unlawful decrees that are grievous. Isaiah 10 and 2, to turn aside the needy from judgment. We're the needy, and we need judgment. But their laws don't allow us to judge. Let me get that. That's in no. That's in I'm putting this up wrong. That's in that Habakkuk 1, or is that Micah 1? Bear with me. Habakkuk 1 and 4. Right. Here we go. Okay, so Isaiah 10 and 2. To turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people with their legislation, their laws, their grievances that they prescribe, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. So Isaiah 10, so Micah 7 and 2, led me to Isaiah 10, 1 and 2. Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1 and 2 led me to Habakkuk chapter 1, verse 4. Therefore, the law is slack that Esau Edom has established in America with a triple K, Rome 2.0. Therefore, the law is slacked, and judgment does never go forth. For the wicked, Esau Edom, a so-called white man, the pale male, the white plague, does compass about the righteous with their military, their ICE, their legislation, their laws, their police. Therefore, wrong judgment proceedeth here in America with a triple K. Back to Micah 7, now Micah 7 and 3. Micah 7 and 3, that they may do evil with both hands earnestly. That's what they do. The prince asketh, and the judge asketh for a reward, and the great man, he uttereth his mischievous desires. So they wrap it up in legislation, in law, in the books. Last but not least, Micah chapter 7, verse 4. The best of them is as a briar, a thorn. The best of the Edomites, the best of the Amalekites are as a thorn, a briar. The most upright is sharper than the thorn edge. Woo! Damn. Aren't you glad you're not an Edomite or a Amalekite? I would not, for a quadrillion trillion dollars, I will not trade places for you. I will not trade places with you, Esau Edom, you damn devil. I'm in Micah 7, verse 4. The best of them is as a briar. Damn. Shit. The most upright is sharper than a thorn edge. So who's a sharper? Elon Musk, Zuckerberg, Bezos, Klaus Schwab, know you all, your Rari. The most upright is sharper than a thorn's edge. Well, now I can say that's the upright. Ain't none of them upright. But I don't know, these fake Edomite Christian preachers, so-called upright, right? Joel Osteen, I don't know, Kenneth Copeland, I don't know, you name it, Edomite minister. The most upright, the Pope, the most upright is sharper than a thorn edge. The day of your watchman, Esau Edom, Amalek, and your visitation cometh. Ooh. Now shall be their perplexity. So the day of your visitation from Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah is coming. Now shall be their perplexity. Can't wait. That was Micah chapter 7, verse 2 through 4. Isaiah chapter 57, verse 20 and 21. But the wicked, Esau, Edom, a so-called white man, the devil the Bible speaks of, Amalek, the harbinger of death, the border of wickedness, the pale male, the son of perdition. But the wicked are like the troubled sea when it cannot rest, like a storm. When a storm or hurricane is is in the sea, the ocean is not at rest. That's how Esau Edom is. The so-called white man, the pale male, the Amalekites, those fake JEWs, those small hats, those Gargamels, those gutter rats. But the wicked are like the troubled sea, which cannot rest, whose waters cast up mire and dirt. Whenever there's a hurricane in the ocean, in the sea, the ocean is being stirred up. You know, you stir up your coffee or your tea. A hurricane or a storm stirs up the ocean. And that's how Esau Edom is. He is like a troubled sea which cannot rest, even though he has trillions and trillions of dollars, have all the resources on planet Earth, he cannot rest. Whose waters, his lifestyle, his mind, his images, his devices cast up mire and dirt upon society. Isaiah 57, verse 21. There is no peace, says my power, to the wicked. That's why they're going to have perplexity in these last days. That was Isaiah 57, verse 20 and 21. Proverbs chapter 4. Proverbs chapter 4. Proverbs chapter 4, verse 16 and 17. For they sleep not, who Esau Edom, the pale male, the white plague, Amalek, the devil the Bible speaks of, the wicked. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief. Let's look at that word mischief. Let me get that. Proverbs 4 and 16. Let's see what the blue letters say about mischief. Mischief.
Strong's H 7489. Ra'ah. Ra'ah.
Evil, bad, injury, hurt, break, right? Let's go back. Proverbs 4, verse 16. For they sleep not, the wicked, the white plague, the Edomites, the Amalekites, except they have done hurt, injury, mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. So what type of human being, spirit, devil, white plague cannot sleep unless they injure someone or cause mischief? What type of spirit, demon, entity cannot sleep unless they cause some to fall? Esau Edom, the pale male. But you prosperity gospel loving Negro Christian Latinos, you love this damn devil. You love his concrete, his chemtrails, his plastic, his seedless fruit, his toxic waste, his chemtrails, his taxes, his sickness, his diseases. 17th verse, Proverbs 4. For they eat the bread of wickedness. What does that taste like? What does the bread of wickedness taste like? That's not Hawaiian bread. For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. Damn. So they eating bread, nasty ass molded maggot, mold, fungi bread of wickedness, and drink the nasty, sour, polluted wine of violence, poison wine of violence. That's who we're dealing with. Esau Edom, a so-called white man, the white plague, the pale male, sleazy E, caveman E. That was Proverbs chapter 4, verse 16 and 17. Let's go to Isaiah 58. We're going to read all the way. Let's start from the top. Isaiah 58, verse 1. Do you indeed speak righteousness, O congregation? Hell no, you damn devils. Do you judge uprightly? Hell no, you damn devils. You white plague, O ye sons of men. Psalms 58 and 2. Yea, in your heart you work wickedness. That's your mind. In their mind they work wickedness, mischief, deceit. Yea, it's like you weigh the violence of the hand. You weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. How does he weigh the violence of his hands in the earth? By fracking, and then replacing it with water or concrete. By dumping toxic waste into the ocean. By having a plastic ocean size of Texas that's 3 to 5 feet deep of all plastic. He's destroying the planet. He cuts down he's cutting down the trees in the Amazon, which is the lungs of the earth. I'm in Psalms 58, verse 2. Yea, in heart, your mind, Esau, Edom, white plague, Amalek, you work wickedness. Ye weigh the violence of your hands in the earth by destroying everything. You're a virus. Third verse, Psalms 58. The wicked, Esau, Edom, Amalek, are estranged from the womb. So when they're born little baby devils. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. He has a forked tongue. Gad, Reuben, Issachar called him forked tongue because he lied. He broke every treaty he made with the native Indians. Psalms 58 and 4. Their poison, their words is their poison. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. Their laws, their statutes, their legislation. Their poison, their laws, their words is like the poison of a serpent. They are like a deaf adder, snake that stoppeth her ear. They don't give a damn who they bite, who they kill. Psalms 58 and 5. Which will not hearken to the voice of the charmer. That snake, that cobra. You know, over in India, they be playing that flute, and they're charming the cobra. Well, Esau Edom is the cobra, but he's not hearkening to the voice of the charmer. The one that's playing that little flute or that little horn, he's the charmer. He's charming the cobra. Esau Edom is the cobra. We're the charmer, but he's not hearkening to the voice of the charmers. Charming never so wisely. Which will not hearken to the voice of charmers, charming never so wisely. 6th verse. Break their teeth, O Yahweh, Baba Kushal, and that's what he's doing now to America. He's breaking the teeth of Esau Edom, the cobra, the adder, the pale male, the white plague. And break their teeth, O Yahweh, in their mouth. Break out the great teeth of the young lions, O Yahweh. 7th verse, Psalms 58. Let them melt away as waters which run continually via ICBM thermonuclear missile. Let them melt away via ICBM thermonuclear missile hellfire when he bendeth his bow to shoot his arrows. The bow is the modern day silo where the missile is shot out of. And the arrow is the modern day nuclear ICBM thermonuclear missile. When he bendeth his bow to shoot his arrows, let them be cut in pieces here in America. 8th verse, Psalms 58. As a snail which melteth, let every one of them pass away. Can't wait. Like the untimely birth of a woman, that they may not see the sun. Right. Last but not least, Psalms 58. I think I'm going to go to 11. All the way down. Yeah. Psalms 58 and 9. Before your pots can fill the thorns, he shall take them away as with a whirlwind. And what is the whirlwind? ICBM thermonuclear missile hellfire wind, both living and in his wrath. 10th verse, Psalms 58. The righteous shall rejoice when he see the vengeance. Woo! We damn right. We're the righteous, the 144K men that are left on planet Earth, and the 1/3 men, women, and children, and Lord willing, part of that number. We are the righteous. We're going to rejoice when we see Yahweh shall crack these clouds and take vengeance on this damn white plague. He shall wash his feet, who the righteous shall wash his feet in the blood of the wicked. Can't wait. Last but not least, Psalms 58 and 11. So that a man shall say, truly, verily, there is a reward for the righteous. Yes, redemption, payback, recompense, the new kingdom, immortality, putting these damn devils in chains. Truly, he is a power, Yahweh, that judges in the earth. And we're seeing that now, that he's finally judging the pale male, the white plague, Esau Edom, America with a triple K. Finally, our power, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, is judging America. That was Psalms 58, verse 1 through 11. Let's go to Isaiah 32. Let's go to Isaiah 32, verse 5 through Isaiah 32, verse 5 through 8. And it reads, the vile person, Esau Edom is the vile person, Amalek. The small hats, the fake JEWs. The vile person shall no more be called liberal, fair, nor the churl, which is also vile or wicked, said to be bountiful. Not anymore. We're loving. That's what's happening now. The vile person shall no more be called liberal, nor the churl said to be bountiful. That's what's happening now. 6th verse, Isaiah 32. For the vile person, Esau Edom, the pale male, the white plague, Amalek, the vile person will speak villainy, and his heart will work iniquity. What is iniquity? Continual sin. That's what he does. He's full of iniquity. To practice hypocrisy. How do you practice hypocrisy? And to utter error. Pastor Pervert, Bishop Bacon, Deacon Dildo, Carter Crack Pipe, Esau Edom, Amalek, you utter error against the Lord Yahweh in your doctrine, Christian, backslider, unbeliever, to make empty the soul of the hungry. So all you Christians, you backsliders, you Seventh-day Adventists, you out of order family members, Esau Edom, you Edomite Christians, so-called, your error that you work, it maketh empty the soul of the hungry, and he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail. That's what Christianity does. That's what Catholicism does. It causes the drink of the thirsty to fail, and it utter error against the Lord, and maketh the soul of the hungry, and make empty the soul of the hungry. 7th verse, Isaiah 32. The instruments, his weapons, his devices, his plans, the instruments also of the churl are evil. The churl is the wicked, Esau Edom, Amalek. The instruments of the churl are evil. His ways, his statutes, his laws, his commandments, his lifestyle, this world we're living in under his rulership are evil. The instruments of the churl is evil, is concrete. He deviseth wickedness. He deviseth wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words. That's his unlawful decrees. And a device is a thought. A device is a thought. He devises wicked devices, thoughts. No jab, everybody inoculated, 15-minute cities, in the future, people drinking maggots milk and eating python meat, killing animals with a foam type blob. He'll just spray a whole foam inside let me get that. Let me show you this. Damn, what is it called? Let me see if I can find that. Bear with me. I have to go back just a little bit to find that. Bear with me. Bear with me. Let me see if I can find it because I don't know what to type in to bring it up. But it's not too far back, I don't believe. Bear with me. And if I can't find it, then I'll move on. Bear with me. Bear with me. Let me see. I got so much saved on TikTok, it's ridiculous. Damn, what is it called? If I knew the name, I could type it in, it would be faster. But it's a foam. Let's see if I can find. I'm gonna go a couple more seconds, and if not, then I'm gonna move on. Damn. Sorry, Israel, I'm not able to remember it. You know what? Let me type this in. Let me go back to the top. I'm gonna have to go back to the top to get where I want to be. Bear with me. Okay. Let me type in. Damn. Damn. Here it is. Check this out. It's called. Check this out. Fair use. Copyright Act of 1976. Okay, let me reset it. It's better. See the spray with all these turkeys, right? They're just suffocating them with this poisonous foam. See? With this poisonous foam. That's just one out of thousands of ways that they kill animals. Turkeys they suffocate in this foam. Okay. All right, so let's get back to the scripture. Where was I? Isaiah 32:7. The instruments, we just saw an instrument, a white deadly foam which kills the birds, the turkeys. The instrument of the churl are evil. He devises wicked devices. That's a wicked device, having a foam type blob to kill turkeys. He'll put lambs and goats and cows in a cage and drop them in water and drown them till they die, till they stop breathing. Then he bring them back up. He devises wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words. That goes back to Isaiah. Goes back into Isaiah 10:1. Remember, unlawful decrees, right? Even he devised wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh right. 8th verse, Isaiah 32:8. But the liberal deviseth liberal things. See, fair people divide divisive or thinks of fair things. See, when we rule the planet Earth, it's going to be best for everyone. But the liberal, we're the liberal, deviseth liberal things. And by liberal things shall he stand. 9th verse. Oh, that's all I wanted. So that was Isaiah 32:7 through, no, Isaiah 32:5 through 7. No, Isaiah 32:5 and 8. Isaiah 32, verse 5 through 8. Let's go to Job chapter 5. Salakia. Job chapter 18. Start at verse 5 on down. Job chapter 18, verse 5 on down. Yea, the light of the wicked, Esau, Edom, a so-called white man, the white plague, the pale male, the light of the wicked shall be put out. How? Via ICBM, thermonuclear missile hellfire, via Yahushua, King David, Michael the archangel, and the angels. Yea, the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine. 6th verse, Job 18. The light shall be dark in his tabernacle. That's what's happening now. His tabernacle is America, this world that he ruled. The light shall be dark in his tabernacle, his world, especially America. The light is dimming every day here in America, and his candle shall be put out with him. Woo! His wisdom, his light on the left-hand side shall be put out with him when the missiles hit. 7th verse, Job 18. The steps of his strength shall be straightened. Woo! Straightened, S-T-R-I-T-E-N-D, not S-T-R-A-I-G-H. Straightened, made difficult. The steps of his strength, his military, his weapons, his money, his 5G technology, 6G, 20G technology. The steps of his strength shall be straightened, made difficult. And his counsel, his wisdom shall cast him down. Can't wait. So his own counsel, his own thoughts is going to cast him down. Man. 8th verse, Job 18. For he is cast into a net by his own feet. What is a net? A trap. You're going to fall into your own trap, Esau, Edom, you damn devil, you white plague. And he walketh upon a snare. Your ideas, your instruments, your thoughts, your devices that you expect to come to pass is going to be a snare to you, Esau, Edom. 9th verse, Job 18. The jinn, which is a trap, the jinn shall take him by the heel, and the robber shall prevail against him. And that word robber is referring to the poor, shall prevail against him. 10th verse, the snare is laid for him in the ground. Woo, the trap. So that means he's not going to see it. He's going to step right into it. And a trap for him in the way. 11th verse, Job 18. Terrors, this is one of my favorite scriptures, Job 18 and 11. Terrors, perplexity, torments, judgment, nuclear missile fire. Terrors shall make him afraid on every side when Yahweh shall crack these clouds, and shall drive him to his feet. Listen good. Job 18 and 12. His strength shall be hunger bitten, destroyed, and destruction shall be ready at his side. 13th verse. It shall devour the strength of his skin. Even the firstborn of death shall devour his strength. See, the Israelites, if we're going to devour your strength, you damn devil. Job 18 verse 14. His confidence, his faith, his belief, his conceitedness, his cockiness, his arrogancy shall be rooted out of his tabernacle. It's happening now. And it shall, his confidence, his swagger, his confidence, his arrogancy, his pridefulness, it shall bring him to the king of terrors. Who's the king of terrors? Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh. 15th verse. It shall dwell in his tabernacle, the terror. Why? Because it is none of his. This ain't your world, Esau. You just borrowing it, nigga. You damn devil. This ain't your planet. You're just borrowing it. Because it is none of his. It belongs to the Israelites. Brimstone shall be scattered upon his habitation. That's ICBM thermonuclear missile. That's concentrated laser beam fire. Brimstone is concentrated laser beam fire coming from the chariots, as well as ICBM thermonuclear missile hellfire. Brimstone. 16th verse, Job 18. His roots shall be dried up from beneath, and above shall his branch be cut off. So there will be no more left of Esau, Edom, a so-called white man, the white plague, the pale male in the new kingdom. He's going to be our slave, but he will have no more power, no more authority. 17th verse, Job 18. His remembrance shall perish from the earth. Can't wait. And he shall have no name in the street. Woo! In the streets of the kingdom. Job 18 and 18. He shall be driven from light into darkness quickly, that fast. What Isaiah 14 say? I saw Satan fall from heaven as lightning. He shall be driven from light into darkness immediately and chased out of the world. Woo! How you get, people chase you out your town, out your city, out your neighborhood. Esau, Edom, so-called white man, the white plague, the pale male, the harbinger of death, the border of wickedness, the son of perdition, the devil the Bible speaks of is going to be chased out of the world by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Job 18:19. He shall neither have son nor nephew among his people, nor any remaining in his dwellings. He will not have a heritage. 20th verse. They that come after him shall be astonished in that day, as they that went before him was affrighted. I believe that's it on that. One more, verse 21. Job 18, verse 21. Surely such are the dwellings of the wicked, what we just read, are the dwellings of the wicked. And this is the place of him that knoweth not Yahweh. Woo! Last but not least, Job chapter 20. Job chapter 20. Let's just right. Okay, let's go to the verse start at verse 11. Job 20 verse 11. We'll go down to like 17 or something. Job 20 verse 11. His bones are full of sin of his youth, which shall lie down with him in the dust when the missiles hit. Job 20 and 12. Though wickedness be sweet in his mouth. Damn, how can wickedness be sweet? Damn, this nigga like nasty stuff. So he like wickedness, which is sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue with his lying words. Job 20:13. Though he spare it and forsake it not, but keepeth it within his mouth, the wickedness that he likes, the sweetness of wickedness, right? 14th verse, Job 20. Yet his meat in his bowels is turned, it is full of gall and asps within him. Esau Edom is a vile, profane man. What did I title it? Damn, I forgot the title. The White Plague. Job 20 and 15. He has swallowed down riches, trillions and hundreds and trillions of dollars. 100 trillion. I'm sorry. The Rothschilds are worth minimum 800 trillion. The Rothschilds are worth minimum 800 trillion. He has swallowed down riches. He shall vomit them up again when Yahweh shall crack these clouds. Yahweh shall cast them out of his belly, his riches. He's going to vomit it all up. Can't wait. Job 20 and 16. He shall suck the poison of asps when the missiles fly. The viper's tongue shall slay him. 17th verse. He shall not see the rivers, the floods, the brooks of honey and butter. That's the new kingdom. You will not enjoy the new kingdom. Esau, Edom, Amalek, Ishmael, Moab, Ammon. Job 20:18. That which he labor for shall he restore. So you're gonna rebuild the kingdom. That which you labored for, you shall restore, and shall not swallow it down. Woo! According to his substance shall the restitution be. So according to his substance shall the restitution be. So that means you owe us a minimum of 300-400 trillion. Minimum. Esau, Edom, if you count slavery. And he shall not rejoice therein in the new kingdom. 19th verse, Job 20. Because this is why he has oppressed and forsaken the poor, the Israelites. This is why, because he has violently taken away an house which he buildeth not, the land of America and the land of Israel, Tel Aviv, Bethlehem. Job 20 and 20. Surely guaranteed he shall not feel quietness in his belly, and he's not feeling quietness in his belly now. He shall not save of that which he desired. That's all I think I want on that. So just a quick hit. You know what? No. I want to keep going. Verse. I'm gonna go all the way to. I'm gonna just go to 29. I'm gonna close out. Verse 21. Job 20. There shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods in the new kingdom. In the fullness of his sufficiency, his new world order, his 2030 agenda, he shall be in straits, difficulty. Every hand of the wicked, the poor, shall come upon him. Job 20:23. When he is about to fill his belly with the new world order, the 2030 agenda, Yahweh shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him. ICBM thermonuclear missile hellfire during World War III, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating the missiles. Job 20:24. He shall flee from the iron weapon. What is the iron weapon? The ICBM thermonuclear missile hellfire. Slakia. What is the iron weapon? The ICBM thermonuclear missile. Hypersonic missile. That's the iron weapon. The iron weapon is the ICBM thermonuclear hypersonic missile. And the bow of steel, the ICBM thermonuclear hypersonic missile, shall strike him through. Woo! Job 20:25. It is drawn, the missiles. They're already pointed at America. And cometh out of the body, the silo, yea, the glittering sword, the missile, cometh out of his gall, the silo, terrors are upon him. That nuclear missile has terrors in it. The spirit of Yahweh Shah is in the missiles. Job 20:26. All darkness shall be hid in his secret places. A fire not blown shall consume him. What is a fire not blown? Let me get it. Hold on. Let me go to TikTok. TikTok gonna be sweating me like YouTube does. Let me type in. Bear with me. This is a fire not blown. Bear with me. Let me show you. Bear with me. Open and see. Let me see. Terminated. It's not letting me. Okay, I'm about to go to YouTube. I'm not gonna play it. That's all. I'll do the volume low. Let's go to YouTube. And type in right here. This is the fire not blown. Okay, I'm gonna turn the volume down. Here we go. So I don't get a copyright. Okay, this is the fire not blown. Let me fast forward. Here it comes. See, that's the fire not blown. You can read about that in Joel chapter 2. See, when you make a fire, don't you, like in a forest, don't you rub the sticks together or the rocks? That's how you make a fire. A fire, as the scripture says, Job 20:26 says, all darkness shall be hid in the secret places. A fire not blown shall consume him. This is the fire not blown that shall consume him. The ICBM thermonuclear hypersonic missile. A fire not blown shall consume him. They're about to show you that fire not blown at its ultimate. Here it comes. A fire not blown shall consume him. Okay? Job 20 and 26. All darkness shall be hid in secret places. A fire not blown shall consume him. I just showed it to you. It shall go ill. That's not good with him that is left in his tabernacle. So those that are here on planet Earth is going to feel ICBM thermonuclear missile hellfire. Job 26, Slakia, Job 20, verse 27. The heavens shall reveal his iniquity via ICBM thermonuclear missile hellfire, and the earth shall rise up against him via ICBM thermonuclear missile hellfire. Job 20 and 28. The increase of his house shall depart finally, and his goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath. Verse 29, the portion of the wicked man, this is the portion of a wicked man from Yahweh, being destroyed via ICBM thermonuclear missile hellfire wind, and the heritage appointed unto him, Esau Edom, by Yahweh. One more video and I'm out of 5,000. Fair use, fair use, fair use, fair use, Copyright Act of 1976.
What I know of man was written long ago, set down by the greatest ape of all, our lawgiver. Cornelius, come here. Reach into my pocket. Read to him the 29th scroll, 6th verse.
Beware the beast man, for he is the devil's pawn. Alone among God's primates, he kills for sport, or lust, or greed. Yea, he will murder his brother to possess his brother's land. Let him not breed in great numbers, for he will make a desert of his home and yours. Shun him. Drive him back into his jungle lair, for he is the harbinger of death.
I found nothing in the cave to alter that conception of man, and I still live by its injunction.
So this is your brother Karas Malak. Hope that's edifying to the point. Just a quick hit on Esau Edom, the white plague, the pale male. Pray the lesson was edifying to the point. Pray for me, I'm praying for you. Farm Masharala, Raz Israel. We got next, baby, any day now. Guarantee, can't wait. Book it. Barakatha Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. Barakatha Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. Barakatha Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. Bahashim Arachak Wadash. Once again, double honors to the apostles, elder bishops of Great Millstone that taught me this truth, that rule well. Peace and salutation to the whole 144 elect. To the next one, Israel. To you, I say Shalom and Abad Babal DTA. We got next. Shalom.